Hey guys, Matt Collum here. Today what I've got for you is a small Altoids 10 tinder box. So this would be something you would use hiking or camping, maybe even just in a little day hike or overnight. But this is going to be tinder to start a fire in just about any situation. So multiple options in here for fire starting. On the outside of it, one thing that I did is I put electrical tape around the outer seal. This just helps with moisture. Helps to keep everything in here dry. So if it were to get submerged or rain or just humidity, this helps keep everything inside dry. I also have a Ranger band right here on the outside to keep everything closed up in case it falls, impacts, anything. So metal Altoids 10, electrical tape on the outside, and a Ranger band. So that keeps everything together. So let's take a look and show you the fire starting options I have in my fire starter Altoids 10. First thing I'm going to do is remove the Ranger band. And then, like I said, I have a layer of electrical tape here just to keep everything inside dry. So once you open it up, first thing you see here is a piece of tin foil, about 12 by 12, maybe 16 by 16. This is just something to have a dry surface to put your fire on, or you could even use it to help with heating. If there were an issue with heating, you could help to keep the fire your direction, or maybe even keep the wind out. So a little 12 by 12 piece of regular tin foil folded up there just as a work surface. So that's just something to think about. You never know what area you're going to be in. This is just a cotton round, so this is used as a tinder. You can pull this apart. Very, very flammable, so it's easy to get a fire going with this, just a common cotton round. One thing you can do with this that I did in another video is you could coat this in wax to keep it waterproof. I didn't with this kit just for space purposes. I wanted to make sure I got as much possible in here, so this one's not wax coated, but you could, if you wanted to do these in a larger kit, you could dip them in wax and that would keep them waterproof, so when you're ready for them you just break them and pull them apart. Same concept. So just a little cotton round. Next thing I've got is some fat wood. Basically it's just wood that very flammable. You can find this stuff like knots, pine knots, but it's got a lot of sap in it, so it's very flammable. They call it fat wood, but this is just kindling. It can burn really easily to help start a small fire, get you going. But I put a few pieces in there broken up. You can even take a knife shave it down to get the shavings to start a fire. I included a small razor blade in this to help shave that down, but you could use a pocket knife or anything just to shave it down to get you some fire starting. So a few pieces of fat wood there, and then like I mentioned, a razor blade just to help in case you needed to cut something up, wood, anything like that. So that's included in there. Now in this little small Ziploc bag, what this is a cotton ball that I've coated with petroleum jelly. Very flammable, so you just coat that, put it in a bag to keep it from messing up your other stuff, and it keeps it dry and out of the weather. But the main thing is so you don't make a mess in your kit. But this has petroleum jelly and cotton ball, and I could have put a couple in there, but again, I was just looking at space, so I just got one. But if you were making a larger kit, you could definitely do 4 or 5 of these in a bag and have plenty of kindling and fire starter. But these go up pretty quick. Petroleum jelly is very flammable, so it's something to think about to have as a fire starter. So that's in a little small baggie. Next thing I have is wet fire. Now this is something I used whenever I demonstrated my stove that I made out of an Altoids 10. I've got a video for that you can check out. But these are just little white stones that you can use to start a fire, or you can use it as a fire source to heat water or something like that. But it's made by UST. It's called Wet Fire. And it comes in these little single bags, a little stone on the inside. You could break it up if you needed to use it as fire starter, or you could just use the one stone. But yeah, that's something that's nice to have as a backup also, fire starter, wet fire. And then of course a big lighter. You never go wrong with a big lighter. Those are very reliable. That's usually your first option to start a fire, is just a regular lighter. I keep a small one in this one because they're a lot easier to store. You know, I do have some kits where I have a larger ones like in my bug out bag and, you know, places, but I like to keep a few of these around just for everyday purposes. You know, you never know when you're going to have to light something. So I keep, you know, one in my vehicle, my bug out bag, and of course in this little kit. But yeah, I would definitely put that in any starter kit, camping kit. Next thing I have is a selection of matches. So I've got 3 different matches in here, and I also have the striker from the box for it. So this one, the larger one here, these are the storm matches. These are waterproof, windproof. These are really good for fire starting. They'll light and burn in just about any condition. You can even submerge them in water and pull them out, and a lot of times they'll still be burning. And there's a striker that comes with those most times. I kept it in the plastic to keep it dry in here in this kit, and then I also put it in another Ziploc bag because the main thing is you want to keep these matches dry. Even though these are waterproof, some of the other ones are not, so I've got them all in one bag. But these are storm matches with a striker. I've got 3 or 4 of those in there. And then I've got 2 different matches in here along with the striker off of the small box of matches. So the ones with the white tip, those are strike anywhere matches. A lot of times you can light those on a stone, on a knife surface, or just about anywhere. They're, you know, those are light pretty easily. You don't necessarily have to have the striker. But I also have some standard matches that will light on the striker. So again, any options you can put in here, multiple options. So I've got, you know, about 4 or 5 of each kind. They'll strike anywhere and the standard matches. And then of course I have a few of the storm matches. So definitely be able to start a fire one way or the other. Next thing I have is this Magnesium Ferrule Rod. So the large gray area is magnesium, and it comes with this little tool here. It looks like a small hacksaw blade. I don't know if you can see the teeth on it. But what you do is you shave off some of the magnesium on the side. Once you have that shaved off, you have the ferrule rod that's actually built into the side. You use the back side as a striker. So, but this helps too. You got the magnesium, it helps light up a fire, and then you just use the striker. So that's something I put in there as not just your standard ferrule rod and striker. It actually has the magnesium block, so you can shave some of that off to help with fire starting. And then I have a small backup there. This is also a ferrule rod. It's actually got 2 holes in it where you can put it on a lace like in a boot, or you know, drawstring on a hoodie, something like that. But small ferrule rod also in there is kind of a backup just in case you happen to lose that, or you know, you just need to have some sort of backup. So, but that's what I have. Like I said, there's lots of different things out there nowadays for fire starting. This is just a small kit. You know, everything I have pretty much fits into this Altoids tin. As you can see, this is just something you can have in your pocket or in your bag and be able to start a fire in just about any weather situation. And you know, let me know what you think, and appreciate you guys taking a look at the video. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and thank you. Have a good day.